It's a bit off topic, but it reminds me of Dominic Mysterio. When he's asked about, it's like, hey, what does your wife think about the whole, like Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan thing? And it's just like, oh, she doesn't really, care.
Yeah.
I text her when I'm done with the show, and she's like, oh, there was a spider in the garage. Like that's the first text he'd get. It's like, all right, she
Roger that.
Yeah. Have you seen Chris Van Vliet just did an interview with Dominic Mysterio this week? Have you seen clips from it?
I've seen some, yeah.
Dude,
he's so in character.
He stays in character, bro.
I love it. I love the kayfabe.
Did you see the fucking it's like, can you say one nice thing about Rey Mysterio? And he's like, he has really great hair. And there's like a long pause, and it's like, Rey Mysterio has great hair. It's like, yeah, have you seen it? It's like, he doesn't have hair. And then Dom is just, sucks to suck.
Yeah. Fucking hell, Dom. No, the fucking, what's the word? I did Chris Van Vliet. He asked, he's like, so how about your father? How about your dad? It's like, dad? Oh, you mean deadbeat? Yeah. Yeah. Like, damn. Oh, man. I got so much respect for Dom. And the reason, I think the hardest thing he's ever done, and I know it, because if I was in that situation, it would be for me, is walking out on his Father Hall of Fame speech in 2023.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. That is...
The balls to do that.
Dude, you can tell when he was walking back with Rhea. Rhea was holding him. He was holding tears back, bro.
Oh, yeah. Because that's such a big moment.
And he couldn't be there. He had to keep kayfabe. Yeah, if I was in that situation and I was with my wife or whatever beforehand, I tell her, it's like, listen, I'm going to do this to keep kayfabe, but I need you to be the first thing I see when I come through the curtain. Yeah. So, I hope his wife was right there. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You need that comfort. That is fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, nobody in that group that was walking, I don't think anybody was smiling.
No. I don't think anybody was smiling. It's such a disrespectful fucking thing to do. Like, I get that that's the point of it, but I mean, come on. Like, you could have waited till after.
I guarantee you, Rey Mysterio told him a million times, like, Dom, don't worry about it. It's good. We're gonna get this good reaction. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's like, and Dominic knew, like, I had to do it, and all that. But like Rey, he sees him walking away, and you could tell even Ray's hurt a little bit. It's man. But I don't think he's hurt because he's disrespected. He's hurt because he can feel his sons are hurt. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, fucking poor kid. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to handle my business come Sunday.
Honestly, I love Dominic Mysterio, bro. And like, I remember he was talking about, or it was Ray talking about in an interview how his wife was always just like, oh, being a bad guy is perfect for Dom. And Ray is just like, oh, I never really saw him in that way. And she's just like, yeah, well, you were on the road all the time. I was home with him all day. It's like, this little demon.
Bro, she told him how it was. Just like, yeah, but you're never here. Oh, shit, my bad.
But I mean, it's true. Because like, if someone's going to have an accurate opinion, it's going to be the mom. She was with Dom every fucking day.
I didn't know you were going to slap me with that reality. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Fucking hell. Oh, I gotta love Rey Mysterio. That dynamic between them, it's crazy. Because, like in the beginning when he was just like a baby, a baby face and all that, working with his dad is, some other YouTuber said it, I don't remember who, but it was like the most obvious nepotism hire of all time, right? It's like, sure. Of course, But now it's to a point where it's like, okay, he's pretty much just Eddie Guerrero, you know what I mean, at this point. You gotta love it. I don't mind it. I love it. The bro's wrestling between two women, constantly getting his ass whipped every show,
Yeah, I mean, like the shit that Dom said in that same interview with Chris Van Vliet, he was saying some shit about how he was talking about how he always questions his mom on if Ray's his real dad. He's like, it's the 90s, things were crazy. Anything could have happened.
You never know. Yeah, dude. Oh, man. And that was the narrative, too, back in the SummerSlam 2005. It's like, that really is my son. What's the word? I wasn't ready at the time, so I told Ray to look after him like he was my son, or his son, rather, And then he wanted him back, and then they had the ladder match, Yeah. Gotta love it. That was peak.
I love Dom, though. He's probably one of my favorites on the roster.
He's special. That's all it is.
You love to hate him.
He's holding it down. He's holding it down right now, absolutely. I think the Judgment Day storyline is a little too repetitive right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's like every every week. Someone's getting beaten up. You know, same matches. You know, it's all right. But besides that, you know, besides some of the repetition, it's still a really cool, fresh idea that I just hope that they can continue to execute well with when it comes to PLEs. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
we'll
and I
see.
like the idea of Judgment Day just having revolving members.
Yeah.
Because like imagine it like in 5 years, it's like all the members of the Judgment Day now are all gone, and it's like a whole different group. Like that'd be interesting.
Or yeah, revolving door. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like probably somebody who's been there the longest. I think if anybody, it's gonna be Carlito.
You think so?
Yeah. No, probably Finn. But you know,
Yeah, I could definitely see Finn. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Finn, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Carlito because it's always the mascot that lasts the longest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always the mascot character, the guy that's just there for the comedic moments. Yeah, like whatever works.
It would be interesting if it ends up being Dom that stays in it the longest. Maybe ends up being the leader. Like
that too.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting. You think he's ever gonna hit like main event status?
I kind of hope he does. Like,
you know,
I think, you know, he's definitely improved so much in like the last couple of years, but I do think that in ring he could use a little more work.
I think what needs to happen, right, is that he's got to go through a couple more years of building his character, going ultra heel, and then he needs to be off television for like 3 months or 6 months, however long.
Make
and
a
he
big
needs
comeback.
to build. He needs to make. I'm talking muscle mass out the yin yang. He needs to look like prime Eddie Guerrero. You know what I mean? If he gets like some solid muscle mass in, he looks fucking like the Drew McIntyre change. Now, not entirely, because Drew is a freak, right? But Dom needs to get his own version of the Drew McIntyre shift, and then he could become a main eventer. Absolutely. You know, right now he's just developing his craft and building off of others. So that's perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got plenty of time. He's a young kid, you know?
He definitely needs to separate himself from, you know, the whole Liv and Rhea thing eventually. Because it's like right now, this is the one thing that's building him as a character. And so it's like we don't really see him much as a solo act. So I think he definitely needs to work on that.
Absolutely. And if he wants to adapt more of Eddie's style, I would absolutely be down with that. The whole lie, cheat, and steal shit. Like, I want to see him pull off moves from Eddie, because Eddie would be so in love with that idea. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like, absolutely. Fucking do his own thing, don't get me wrong, but I definitely want to see more of that crazy homage shit. I want to see him throw a chair at somebody and say he did it. You know
Exactly, Just do some crazy shit.
Absolutely. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Let's go. Because Ray did that to Dom, I think, right?
I think so at one point.
Yeah.
And then Dom's he's already got the Eddie Guerrero mullet. So, you know.
Just saying, he could pull it off. You know.